Like it's just about staying calm, right? You're trying way too hard to go aggressive here. You're trying way too hard to like you just force something and then you don't do anything after, right? Like you're scared on the wake up that you need to do something, right? Like I have to make something happen. I have to super. I have to DP, right? I have to DI on wake up. You don't. You don't have to do any of those things. Hey guys, I'm Hispanic at the Disco, showrunner for Stream Team Battle X. I'm a master ranked player who plays a multitude of characters, and I'm currently on the run to get every character to master on Street Fighter 6, which you can follow right here. Today, we're doing another viewer review for an up-and-coming Ryu player talking about a multitude of topics with a bit of an emphasis on options to take during wake up. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this match for viewer review real quick, so let me go ahead and do this for Kirby. So we're going to watch through the whole match to begin with, and then we're going to go ahead and pause it on the second run through.
Let us begin. This will be a good fight.
It should be good since it's for you versus for you.
Fight.
Oh, no real punish. Okay. Okay, good kill.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, going straight for Donkey Kick. This is just a this is a Ryu matchup if I've ever seen one. Oh, good confirm on that guy. Yeah, you could have killed. You have the light. You have a round up. Just block. Okay. Attack. Nothing? Okay. Alright. Anti-air. Jesus, just letting your opponent walk up on you. Just going straight for tech. Try to do an EX DP. Another one there. Asho. Okay. A couple things to talk about here. Let's go over this real quick.
This will be a good fight. Round 1.
So I think I talked to you about this last time we played. Also, Kirby, when you're starting off, man, just try to plant yourself. If you're gonna walk away, if you want to walk away to start because you think your opponent's gonna jump at you, or maybe they're gonna do something else that you can react to, like drive rush, like don't keep walking away. Make sure you just walk up. You should walk back slightly. The moment you recognize your opponent's not doing something immediately, you should walk forward towards them. Right? You really don't want to give them all that space. And again, there's a lot of walking back and forth here. So, like, you're doing a lot of walking in back here. Like, you're walking back and forth, but there's no real purpose here. You're outside of his range. If you're waiting for a jump in, I could understand this. But later on, you're not really anti-airing. So, you gotta be making sure you're going for the... If you're trying to bait a jump, which is totally fine. I totally get it if you're trying to back up. You gotta make sure you're anti-airing. Like, right there. Right? You weren't in his range or anything like that. There's nothing much he can do here except throw a fireball at you, drive rush, or jump at you. All of these things are very reactable to at least block at worst. But a jump in, you could have 100% anti-aired that with just a crouching heavy punch. And a good walk away here. Crouching medium kick. This is okay. This is spaced out, so that's fine. That probably would have been safe if he had blocked it. Okay. Again, that was at the edge of your crouching medium kick. No punish here. You gotta remember, sweeps are really negative. If you block a sweep, you know, heavy punch, generally, Or crouching medium punch is good. If it's like at the edge of someone's sweep, crouching medium kick into donkey kick is also a good punish at least. You try to do jab DP, but you did light DP and it didn't reach. If you'd done heavy, it might have hit here, but what can you do? And throws. This is very dangerous. You gotta be very good. You do this twice in this match. Do not DI jump-ins. Ever. Never, ever, ever DI jump-ins. This is catching people now because you're at a rank where people are kind of just flowcharting after they jump in on you, right? Like this guy did jump in and crouching medium kick, donkey kick immediately. You need to make sure you're not DIing jump-ins ever. There should never be a time you're DIing a jump-in because if someone hits you, it's gonna cancel their recovery frames and then they're just gonna DI you right back, and they have a lot of time to react. So you gotta make sure you're not doing DI on jump in. And you weren't doing it before. I think this is a habit you probably brought up here just recently. So you need to break this habit. Never ever DI jump ins.
It's not over.
Nice. Good combo though. That was a very solid connect. I do like the combos though. I wanna say you've improved a lot on your combos since before. Yeah, okay. Remember, if you do jab jab, you can't get a donkey kick after. You can't get light or medium or heavy. So if you're gonna jab someone, you either got to do light tatsu or you got to do DP. So usually heavy DP because it's reaches the farthest and does the most damage. Again, DI. This was at least a nice confirm. You probably didn't need a super, but you got the kill. Again, you gotta avoid DIing jump-ins.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, jumping, your opponent's jumping at you, you gotta anti-air or something. You're giving away way too much ground here. You walked away the entire time here. Right? You gotta remember at round start, like, especially a character like Ryu, there's not a lot of things that Ryu can do to you that is very quick at round start. Really, there's nothing. Outside of, like, maybe drive rush heavy punch or something, right? Or drive rush crouching medium kick. That's, like, maybe the fastest thing he can do to you, and even then, that's a lot easier for you to react to. So you gotta try to avoid, just walking away, right? Don't just walk away the entire time. You gotta fight, you gotta hold your ground. But like here, you're walking away again. You're in the perfect distance here to anti-air. Right? You gotta anti-air. You gotta crouching heavy punch. Can't be a deer in headlights the entire time. And also, be careful doing jab into donkey kick. Medium donkey kick is very punishable. So it's -8. You gotta make sure that's spaced out. Crouching medium kick. And attack here. Throw. Okay, wake up Hasho. I don't... Was this a level 2, maybe? Let me see. Okay, got hit. Throw. Okay, that was a level 2, but you were looking at the wrong meter, I think. Well, you did the right direction. Yeah, but you were looking at the wrong meter there. You only had level 1, so you couldn't wake up there. So you got hit there. Okay, level 1 from your opponent. Okay, here you're in a spot. He's hitting you. Just take the throw. Even in this situation, like, just take the throw. Most people at this rank are not going to be throw looping you too hard, right? Like, just take the throw and try to react to a DI like this. That's what you should be looking out for. And then right here, man, here you wake up level 2, finally. There's no reason for you to wake up level 2 here. So if we look at the situation you're at right now, you're up around, right? You have 2 meter, he has 2 meter, right? You don't need a super here, right? You should, if you're going to try and win, when you're this low on a deficit against your opponent, the only times you should be doing a super is to burn your opponent out or to kill them. If your super is not doing either of these things and you're up around, just take the hit, right? If you're going to lose, let them kill you, right? You have a whole other round to play. But wasting your meter here, even if you had hit him here, right, with this super, it wouldn't have mattered because he has way more health than you. You're still in the corner. He has a huge health lead on you. He might waste his drive meter, but you're still not in a good spot. Like, this is still a really big uphill battle for you to beat even if you hit that level 2. Like, you would have burnt him out here if you had hit him, right, to be fair. But he still has all this health, and look how much health you have. And instead now you wasted it and died. So, again, you gotta hold. You just gotta keep the iron grip. If you got the round lead, man, save the meter. Save the meter for this round, because now you would have had 3 bars for this round to use after like a couple hits. Now he has level 3 and you don't. Good anti-air there. You're waiting for it. You tried again, but just a little bit too late. Good tech. I don't know what happened here. I guess you guys were just kind of chilling. Another anti-air. DI. Again, don't DI on wake up either. Unless it's to specifically call out a move that someone's doing that's unsafe against DI. Do not DI on wake up. And then tech. I got caught. I don't know what this was here. Level 2 again? Yeah, you're trying to level 2 again. You don't have super, right? You gotta watch your bar, man. You're not looking at your super meter. I don't know. I'm thinking you're getting confused with your opponent who has 3 meter right now. I'm covering it a little bit, but obviously your opponent has full meter right now. I think the main thing you're having right now is that you're looking for that instead, right? You gotta be paying attention. You're player 1, dude, right? You only have 1 meter. You can't level 2. And then I see here that you then you go for DP, which unfortunately you lose to, you know, your opponent doing a DI on your wake up. That's just unfortunate. And then I guess another Hasho here. Throw. And then again, you're doing another level 2 here. You don't have level 2. You need to calm down, right? Like in these situations are extremely tough, especially for a new player. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Right, when you're in this situation, it's not easy for you to like kind of keep your cool. You know, you're panicking. You're in the corner. What is my opponent gonna do? Set yourself up for an option to look for at this level. Look for an option and stick to it. Right? Okay, my opponent has DI'd me 3 times on my wake up. Then just block. If he throws you once or twice, that's fine. You have the life to take it. Right? Don't mash super. Don't mash any of these things, right? Like just take the throw. Just block and look for the DI, right? You get that DI off and you beat his DI with your own. You side switch and now he's in the corner, right? Just look for one thing, right? Commit to an option and don't panic, right? Like if you're getting hit a bunch of times, just block. Just block. Trust me, especially at this rank, people are not doing crazy mix-ups on purpose on you. Right? People are scrambling and pressing buttons. If you just block and just chill, you'll get out of the situation. Maybe your opponent throws you. Maybe your opponent, like maybe he hits you because you didn't block in time. But at the worst, you just block after that and you're fine. Right? You need to calm down and just block. You don't, like, in these kinds of situations, if you're constantly mashing and your opponent's jumping around on you and you're just trying to mash out some kind of super, something's going to come out, they're going to block it, and you're going to die for it, right? It is very hard in these situations, like, to be good at getting a DP out unless you are ready for it, right? Like, I've played for a while, so I know in these kind of situations, like, just when to kind of throw out a DP to like, shut down, like, the scramble situation, right? And sometimes I'm wrong, right? But that's one of those things that you have to train and get good at. You can't just be doing random stuff. In the grand scheme of things, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be better to just chill and block and let your opponent throw you. Because it's way less damage than letting them do a complete combo and kill you for it. Or for you to mess up the combo, waste your meter and whatnot. And again, that's just he just hit you and then fireball.
Ryu wins.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, man, like, it's... You need to just stay, like, it's just about staying calm, right? You're trying way too hard to go aggressive here. You're trying way too hard to, like, just force something, and then you don't do anything after, right? Like, you're scared on the wake up that you need to do something, right? Like, I have to make something happen. I have to super. I have to DP, right? I have to DI on wake up. You don't have to do any of those things. Trust me, when you play defensive, you can play defensively in this game as much as people want to say that you can't. You can play defensively in this game. It's about being smart about how you play defensive, right? There are times when it's better to be aggressive, do a wake up super, do a wake up DP, right? You know, those kinds of situations, you can go for it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong, right? It happens. That's not the end of the world. But it's about trying to mitigate those factors and trying to mitigate those situations where, you know, where that kind of wrong decision making can happen, right? If my opponent has DI'd me 3 times on wake up, make note of that. right? Make note of that. Okay, he's DI'd me 3 times randomly. I'm just gonna block and then DI him, right? Look for the DI, right? If your opponent has done the same thing over and over again, look for that. Don't be scared to take the throw. It might look frustrating when you get thrown, you see the animation, you see your health bar go down, and he does it again, and then he does it again. But it's better for that to happen once or twice, and maybe even 3 times, rather than you throw and then he blows you up, or you know you do an EXDP randomly and he did a DI that time. Like, you need to commit to watching for something, especially at this level that you're at. And most people are not going to be doing throw loops, right? People are not going to be walking up to you and throwing you perfectly every single time. At this rank, it's not very common. It's pretty rare, honestly. Like, just commit to just blocking, either going for parry and whatnot. Before, when we were fighting, you were parrying almost everything we did. Also, like, you were not, like, you had a lot of perfect parries and whatnot. I didn't see any parry at all in this matchup, and I don't know if it's just like you got scared, or you know you're trying to get rid of that habit. Parrying is a good skill to have, right? I don't want you to like parry jump-ins, right? If people are jumping at you, I'd rather you anti-air them. You should be anti-airing those. But like on wake up and on block, right? You should be going for parry. You were doing that before when we were fighting, and you've just completely stopped doing that. And that's definitely something I think that you need to kind of bring back as well. So really, as a rundown for just that match, focus on defense. Just block. Take the throw, right? Stay calm while you're in that situation. If you get put in the corner, you don't have to mash DP. You don't have to mash level 2, right? And once you're kind of playing in neutral with your opponent, if you're backing off at a jumping distance, you need to anti-air, man. You're waiting for it. I can see you waiting for it. You're outside of all of the range of your opponent's buttons, but you're not anti-airing. You gotta do it. Train that, man. Train that. Go into training mode, set the dummy to anti-air jump, and just practice anti-airing. You like, trust me, I know you're looking for it. I can tell you are, but you gotta do it. If you're looking for it and you do nothing, man, you're just giving your opponent free damage. And at that point, you might as well just be aggressive and drive rush at your opponent. Like, just be aggressive at that point. If you can't anti-air, you don't trust yourself, just go for it, man. If you're practicing, you know, and you're trying to get good at it, understandable, right? Because, like, round 3, you were doing it. Some of the anti-airs were coming out there, which was great. But just try to be a little bit more consistent. Anyways. I know it's kind of goofy when you look at how I play. And you're like, why is this guy trying to teach me neutral? I swear I know what I'm doing. If you catch me at the beginning of the stream, I'm cooking. Alright? If you catch me when I'm in the beginning and I'm having a good time, I'm cooking, dude. I'm doing great. If you catch me near the end, bro, I'm dying. I cannot play.